Hey friends, my name is Will Ledesma. I am the creator and producer of Presto Fairy Tales. If you follow our Facebook page, then you know that earlier in the week I told you that there would be a video coming soon to answer some of the questions about where have we been for the last year, what is the status of season 2, other things like that. This is not that video. That video is still coming. I want to apologize for the poor video quality and sound, and the lighting is not good. All of our equipment, recording equipment, is not mine. It's not in the city right now, so I have my phone, and that's all I've got. But I really wanted to speak to you guys here today. I also apologize that my hair doesn't look great. I just got out of the shower like 30 minutes ago. But I wanted to get this out there. Please bear with me. I'll get through this as quickly as I can, probably about maybe 5 minutes. But this is something that's really important to me right now, and I want to speak to the adults in the room. So if you're a kid and you're watching this, you're welcome to keep watching, but it's not going to be very interesting. There's going to be no music, no stories, no jokes, no Jackie Appleblossom and Fairy Godmother. I hope to get them back in front of you as soon as we possibly can. But today, it's just me talking to the grown-ups. And I'm talking specifically about everything going on here in our country, the United States, I know as well in other parts of the world, as a result of the COVID-19 virus. And whatever you think about that, whether you buy into it or not, whatever you think about how things are being handled, the reality is it's here and it is now impacting our daily lives in a lot of parts of the country and will probably continue spreading as it goes. Entire sports leagues are suspending times, concerts are being canceled, large gatherings of any kind in some cities are being canceled for the next several weeks, probably longer. Here in Houston, we have a giant livestock show, rodeo, and carnival that is a destination for local families. Look forward all year to it. And yesterday it was canceled in the middle of the morning, which was very sad for all of the families who had just got there, as well as the rest of us who are planning on taking our kids sometime next week. And that's the reality. Schools in some areas are canceling. At my children's school, there was an event I was going to tomorrow. They're still having the event, but not welcoming parents any longer. My point is just that this is happening, and it's happening in ways that our kids know. The kids are aware that something's going on, and they don't really understand it. They don't really understand why it's so bad, why things are happening the way that they are. Some of them are confused. Some of them are actually going to get probably a little on the frightened side. And so that's why I really want to speak to the adults and say that how we handle this particular crisis and how we treat our kids and nieces and nephews and other kids we come in contact with is really going to impact the way that they view tough times from here on forward. Because for most of them, this is the first actual nationwide kind of crisis they've ever experience in their life, or the first that they're going to remember. So what I want to ask all of the adults watching this to do, to make time to do today and as many days as you possibly can, is to sit down and read a story to the children in your life. I am challenging myself to do this as well. It is very easy for me to get away from that, especially when they want to watch YouTube and play video games, and I'm tired from a day of work, and I've got to get dinner ready and get them ready for tomorrow's school before they go to bed. But I'm going to take time tonight to sit down with each of my kids individually and let them pick a book, and we're just going to read it together. Because stories, as adults, we like stories. We think of them as entertainment, and children do as well. But they're so terribly important to kids, not just as entertainment and not just as escapism, but also as kind of a coping mechanism, a comfort, a security. They really think, I think a lot of terms, many children do, in terms of story. And I'm not saying we want to deny them the facts in this circumstance, but there is just no replacing the comfort and safety of sitting down with an adult who you trust and you love when you're a kid and just sharing a story together. So I want to ask you, please sit down and read today. Let them pick a book. Or maybe you pick a favorite book that you remember that you haven't read to them yet. Let them read to you if they want to. And don't assume your kid is too old. Oh, my kid is 8, my kid's 9, my kid is 12. You know, for the most part, kids around that age still really want to spend that time with us. And maybe they don't want to sit in your lap, but maybe they do. You know, just offer it. Hey, do you want to sit down and read a story tonight? I will give you some examples. If you're looking for material, give away some of our Presto Fairy Tale secrets. But fairytales.com, that's fairy tales spelled with a Z instead of an S at the end, has got hundreds of stories, many of which you've probably never heard from a lot of different parts of the world. Also, you want to look for maybe the Andrew Lang collection. He collected so many stories. There are so many volumes. They're all categorized in different colored books. So he has a book called the Green Book. They're the Andrew Lang Green Book, the Blue Book, the Gray Book, the Pink Book. There are tons of them. Many of them you can find online on Project Gutenberg for free, or at one point in time you could get them all on the Kindle store for free as well. That's just if you don't have anything around the house that you want to read, or if you just want to read something new. Definitely read any of those tales to yourself before you read them to the kids, because some of them have got some material that is just not suitable for a lot of different reasons. But there's a lot of really good stuff there. There's a lot of fun stuff there. But please just take some time, reach out, find something unique to do, and tell a story. You know, I think storytellers obviously are very important. We have existed throughout every single culture that has ever existed on this planet in history. And I really believe that we are here for times such as these, because in hard times, people need stories, and children really need to bond through stories. So please take some time to read to the kids in your life today, tomorrow, anytime they feel scared, honestly, and anytime they don't, but especially in hard times like these. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you so much. I'd love to hear any suggestions that you might have, whether it's favorite books or whether you're like, oh, you know what, I sat and read with my kid and it was great and we read this book, whatever. I'd love to hear comments about that kind of thing down below in the comments to this video. But more than anything, just thank you for listening. Thank you for your patience. We will get back to you with more Presto Fairy Tales content before you know it. But I'm not going to give you a firm date because I've done that before and that didn't work out. So thank you for listening to me. Appreciate you all so very much. And let's make sure that we take this challenging time and make sure that it's not a bad time for our kids, that they can see, you know what, there is still a reason to get up and smile in the morning, even when times are tough. So you got this. Thank you. And I will talk to you soon.